The family Chantel star Pedro Jimeno has been labeled the villain during his time on the show, which has now come to an end. However, recent developments suggest that perhaps he hasn't entirely deserved that label. Right now, he's facing a challenge from Scott Wern, a notable face from the 90 Day Fighting franchise, who is calling Pedro out for a boxing match with a tantalizing $100,000 prize on the line. While Pedro hasn't yet accepted the fight in what's dubbed 90 Day boxing, he seems to be on a quest to redeem his tarnished image. After the heartbreaking split from Chantel Everett, Pedro has faced intense scrutiny, particularly from Chantel's mother, Karen, who accused him of merely harvesting the American dollar. This type of criticism often borders on harsh and unrelenting, leading many to believe that Pedro is being unjustly bullied in the aftermath of their breakup. While viewers cannot forget Chantel's extreme heartache, it's crucial to consider whether she also played a role in the breakdown of their relationship. Pedro's not exactly known for his sage relationship advice. Rather, he's primarily known for his troubled marriage, which ended in a chaotic and messy divorce complete with dual restraining orders. In a recent Instagram post, Pedro shared insights from the Mindset Mentor, a self-help figure who emphasized the importance of avoiding selfishness in relationships. This could indicate that Pedro is doing some soul-searching, reflecting on his past and perhaps feeling regret over how the relationship ended. Chantel's pointed statement, "He knows what he did," cast Pedro as the villain, suggesting that he was unfaithful and deceitful. However, it's essential to recognize that breakups are rarely one-sided and that both parties typically contribute to the demise of a relationship. Despite this, many criticisms directed at Pedro fail to acknowledge the challenging dynamics he faced, especially with Chantel's family, who had doubts about him from the start. Chantel made it seem as though Pedro was the orchestrator of their problems. However, it's vital to remember her own complicity in the dynamics of their relationship. Although she claimed he had plans to use her from the very beginning, she was aware of certain red flags yet chose to overlook them, ultimately believing in a fairy tale that may not have existed. While some may argue that Pedro's behavior was questionable, they should also consider the emotional toll that heartbreak can take. Chantel showed significant signs of distress and sadness during their tumultuous relationship, which contributed to Pedro's villainous reputation. The Everett family further fueled this narrative by playing into harmful stereotypes, even going so far as to hire a private investigator to uncover dirt on him. It's easy to paint Pedro as the villain. However, his perspective is often drowned out by the drama that surrounds him. Despite all evidence being circumstantial, he insists he fell out of love, a feeling that many can relate to. It's understandable that, as a charming, unattractive man, Pedro garners a lot of attention, but this attractiveness has also worked against him. His career as a real estate agent in Georgia depends on trust, which could be jeopardized by the relentless criticism he faces. Women have shown interest in him both before and after his relationship with Chantel, but the backlash he faces from fans might prevent him from openly dating, as he worries about inflaming passions online. In summary, while it's clear that Pedro made mistakes, branding him solely as the villain doesn't fully encapsulate the complexities of his situation. Pedro's journey is a reminder that, even though heartbreak can be incredibly painful, it cannot be simplified into a good versus evil narrative. The lines are often blurred, and as viewers, it's essential to take a step back and recognize that every story has more than one side.